Hello and welcome to the Childfree social media panel. I'm Cody Hetzel. I'll be one of your moderators today.
And I am LeNora Faye. I'll be the other moderator today.
Thank you to our presenting sponsor, Childfree Media, our champion level sponsor, Childfree Wealth. The other sponsors, 365 Diversity, Best Child Free Life Possible. It's a group on Facebook. Buy Child Free if you want some merchandise. Childfree Family, Childfree Journals, StopHavingKids.org, StreamYard, and the books The Age of the Child by Kristen Tsetsi and Wild Egg by Jennifer Flint.
And our disclaimer, the opinions expressed within the content are solely the speakers and do not reflect the opinions and beliefs of the event or its affiliates. And with that, we'll get our speakers on stage, please. Isabel, Marcella, Jara, and Dr. Angela Harris, and Ebby. Hello. Sorry, hi. Dr. Angela, I don't know why I just read your entire name and everyone else got the first name.
Angela's fine.
Hi, Angela.
Hey.
So tell us about yourself, and it might get lengthy here for some of you. What social media platforms you're on or that you run? Isabel, kick it off.
Hi, I'm Isabel. I am the founder of the Uprising Spark, which is the main social media platform that I run, child-free related, of course. And I also run Nunca Madres, which is a child-free platform in Spanish.
All right, Angela.
Hey everyone, I'm Dr. Angela L. Harris. I'm the visionary and founder of No Bibs, Burp Spottles on Instagram, where we highlight, empower, and celebrate African-American Black child-free women. Child-free by choice, child-free by circumstance. You define you.
All right, Jara.
Hey everyone, I'm Jara and I'm the founder of Unfertilized Eggs, and I operate the Instagram channel Unfertilized Eggs, YouTube Unfertilized Eggs, and Facebook Unfertilized Eggs. And we empower child-free women to live boldly and unapologetically in their child-free choice.
All right, and Marcella.
What's up? My name is Marcella, but you probably know me as Childfree Millennial, which you can find me on YouTube or Instagram on there. I'm kind of new. I started it last year, but I love it. And that's me.
And Ebby.
Hi there, my name is Ebby Weyime. On social media, I am the Child-Free Kenyan. I am proudly pro-choice and child-free. I run a platform on Instagram, majorly on Instagram, and a bit on YouTube with the same name, the Child-Free Kenyan.
So what caused you to start speaking out on social media about the child-free lifestyle? Isabel, go ahead.
When I first embraced the child-free lifestyle, I started looking for my people, so my community. And I remember at the time, this was back 4 or 5 years ago, there was a few groups here and there, especially on Facebook, and there weren't a lot of accounts on Instagram. And it seemed to me that most of them were focusing on attacking parents and attacking kids. And that wasn't my goal. That wasn't what I wanted. I wanted to find more support, and I wanted to find, people who had been through the process of sort of finding again their footing in a way after they had made the decision to become child-free. So because there was nothing like that, then I decided to start my own social media channels. And it was challenging at the beginning, but now I love it. Yeah.
Angela, go ahead.
Yeah, so I started No Bibs Burp Spottles, similar to Isabel, when I embraced my child-free by choice journey. I started looking for support and community. And at that time, the majority of what I was finding just really were a lot of white women. And I really, and also as Isabel said, accounts that were just not aligned with what I was about. And so I wanted something that represented me as an African-American Black woman. I wanted an account that represented me as a child-free Black African-American woman. And so when I wasn't really seeing that pop up on my feed, I decided to start No Bibs Burp Spottles, not only for myself, because I needed the support, but I also wanted to support women who identified and was strong in their identity and cultural heritage of being Black African-American. So hence No Bibs Burp Spottles.
Thank you. Jara, go ahead.
Yes, so last summer I was at my high school class reunion in Las Vegas, and I just remember just listening to my classmates talk about their families and kids, and then asking me when am I going to have children. It was just really uncomfortable, and I felt isolated, and so that's when I went to social media. And very similar to what Dr. Angela just got done saying, I saw very little representation, very little to no representation in the child-free space for Black women. And so I just decided to start my channel because in our community, saying that you don't want children is very taboo. And I wanted to, kill all of that or, you know, um, put an end to that taboo because it's not taboo. It's just our personal choice. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Thank you. Marcella, go ahead.
Kind of like what everyone else has said before. I guess something unique about my journey on my child-free journey is I am recently divorced. I got divorced last year, and I remember it was about 2-3 years ago that my ex was like, I want to have kids, which I got married so young. It was a big mistake, but also like I learned a lot from it. And he was an only child, and so he felt the need that like he had to have kids for his parents. And so when he told me I want to have kids, I was like, I don't know if I want to have kids. And so I went to Google, like any millennial would, and typed in, what do you do if you don't want to have kids? And there really wasn't very much. I mean, I did find, like Isabel said, there were Facebook groups that I came across, literally 1 or 2 Instagram accounts. And I was like, oh my gosh, like I felt like I was this just like weird human who didn't have anybody else in her corner. And I was like, well, shoot, let me create a space, because who knows, like maybe there's other people out there who are Googling, what do you want to do? Or how will you handle life if you don't want to have kids, whatever it is. And so that's literally what led me to starting my own channel and Instagram, just so that it's kind of selfish. It's so I could make my own friends who were like-minded.
I don't know. I kind of think we've all done that. That's kind of my experience too.
Yeah.
And now they're all in the audience watching this convention. So hey, guys.
Yes.
Abby, go ahead.
So what prompted mine was they wrote a few months ago, they wrote a story about my child-free journey. So I had created the page, but it wasn't like really, it was for me to just find like-minded people. But then when they wrote the story in the national paper, then it really got a lot of traction. And that's when I really started getting very, very active on the Childfree Kenyan page. And it has been really, really good, because then the page is just growing very fast. If you ask me, it's growing very fast, which shows that there's definitely a need, because so many people can identify, and even those that are not child-free, they're very interested to just learn more about what being child-free means.
So how has creating a platform or a community enhanced or changed your daily life? Isabel.
It's definitely enhanced it. I mean, it's changed in the sense that I always have to like pay attention to what's going on, especially my DMs. Like I get so many messages sometimes that I try to answer each and every one of them. And sometimes that takes a lot of time. So I have to plan for that. But it has enhanced my life because, you know, as these ladies have also said, I first created the platform because I was like, I want to find community. And I ended up doing the same. And this was also one of my objectives, sort of like creating that community for other people. And I have created a very strong community that I absolutely love. And I love talking to them. I love connecting with them. And I love, you know, getting their feedback about anything and everything. And the fact that they can sometimes message me with things that are just like super personal. Just the fact that they're opening up to me and like trusting me because they know it's a safe space, that makes me feel really good, because that's exactly what this is all about.
All right. And Dr. Angela Harris.
Yeah, I would say the same. Since starting No Bibs Burps Bottles, it definitely has enhanced my life, more so that I'm just learning a lot about myself from the questions that I get. I also too enjoy the community aspect. to have people who have been following me since the conception of No Bibs Burps Bottles and sharing not only just their child-free journey, but like someone DM'd me, was just like, hey, Angela, I just wanted to let you know that I'm getting my master's. And she sent me a picture. I highlighted her in my DMs, and really just being able to take it off a like and a heart and take it in the DMs. And thankfully, because I'm developing this authentic community, I've also been able to have conversations and take it from the DMs to like, hey, we are vibing and let's connect off Instagram. So I'm learning a lot about myself, but it really has enhanced of developing a community, and really more importantly for No Bibs Burps Bottles, developing trust.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll speak to that. I've DM'd all of you at some point, and now we're here face to face. So that's really cool. I mean, it really, it does humanize the experience. Like, I know, like, we know that there's people behind the accounts, but now we're here, and it just elevates it so much more. Jara, go ahead.
Yeah, so I don't feel isolated anymore. I feel like, you know, and I love the fact that I was able to find so many child-free accounts, and it just seems like we have this like underground community. It's really cool. And I'm able to also, like Dr. Angela and Isabel said, connect with my followers on a more personal level, and they do share a lot of personal things with me. And I really appreciate that, like the trust that they have in me. And also in my personal life at work, I'm not afraid anymore to speak up about me not wanting children, and just, you know, just say that unapologetically and go on with my day. So that's what my channel has done for me.
Yeah, there's a lot to say. Just saying it is empowering, and it kind of gives you what you need to. Yeah, this is me.
Yeah,
Marcella, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead, Jara. You can finish that.
I'm sorry. I was just saying that I used to hold it in for fear of what people may think, but now I just honestly don't care.
Yeah.
Sorry, Cody, I forgot this was your question.
That's all right. Marcella, I know you don't have a problem like holding back your thoughts, so really good.
Right. I mean, I used to. I feel like, and even now, sometimes I'm so open on social media, but in like the real life, I'm very much like conservative about the things that I say to people. Whereas like we were talking backstage about, I have like these just crazy, just like so energetic reels that I post, and like, yeah, I guess I am an energetic person, but like I would never be like that in real life and just be like, what's that? But I feel like the community, like I said earlier, a selfish reason was to make friends. I feel like I actually have made friends. And like my best friend, the one that I grew up with, I cannot relate to her in the sense of being child free because she is a mom. And I remember that when I came to that realization, I was like, well, shoot, this girl that I love with all my heart, my best friend, like this is something that I cannot relate to her with. And we kind of don't really talk about that because it's two different lives that don't really mesh very well. And so me being able to have all these friends online and DMs, and like everyone has said, connecting with them, hearing about their life, like the whole master's degree thing, people will DM me like, because I'm obsessed with Skittles. They'll be like, oh my gosh, did you see Skittles are like toxic for you now? And I'm like, I don't care, I'm still gonna eat them. Like, I love it. I love it. It brings me so much joy.
Ebby, how about you?
Mine is very, very similar to Marcella's. I feel like I now have a community that I get to sit with, and we get to chat, and we get to talk about different things. And I feel like I'm grateful that I'm actually blessed that I am able to bring about this community. Like I am this feeding point where people that have very similar ideas when it comes to being child free, like we all come to this one melting pot and we all become friends. And it has brought me new friends. It has brought me new people that are actually now friends even in real life. So yeah, I love the kind of community that it has brought about.
So hopefully after hearing everyone talk on this question specifically, it encourages people out there that come across this to start something for the child-free community, and you're going to make friends, you're going to make contacts, and it's a positive experience.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So what has been, or what is your biggest challenge as a content creator, and how do you stay motivated? Isabel says, well, LeNora texts me every day to get stuff done. For the record, we're podcast co-hosts. So if you hear me picking on Isabel, that is why.
That's normal. That happens all the time. It's interesting because at the beginning, I remember I pushed myself really hard because I had this business coach. I've had several, but there was one specifically who used to tell me, if you don't post every day, you have to show up every day. Otherwise, blah, 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 because, as Instagram is my main platform. And I would push myself, and I ended up sometimes posting some really stupid things, just really shitty posts that I didn't even feel connected with. So now I actually cut myself some slack. If I'm not feeling it, I just don't post. I learned how to just let it go. My community is still there. They are not going anywhere. So if I'm not feeling motivated, I honestly just let it go until I feel motivated again.
Angela, go ahead.
Yeah, I can relate to that so much. And I have an awesome business coach who has been with me from the beginning. And she has the same philosophy. You have to engage and talk. But even with the things that are happening in my life right now with a family crisis, I'm giving myself permission. And so I think one of the biggest challenges is, sometimes life happens, and whether it's work, whether you just need a mental health break yourself, I'm giving myself permission because, as Isabel said, it's about that trust for me. And so I trust that the people who are aligned with No Bibs, Burps, Bottles, that they will be there. And if I don't post today, if I don't post tomorrow, I believe that they will be there because they believe in not only Angela, but they support No Bibs, Burps, Bottles. But I definitely think a challenge is life happens. And so sometimes you don't feel like posting. Sometimes the creative juices are just not there. And so just being able to give myself permission to rest, allow my mind to take a step back and let the creative juices flow again, and being unapologetic about that. Because Angela, I don't know about anybody else, I can't post 8, 9, 12 times a day. That's just not me. So permission granted for me.
Thank you. Jarrett, go ahead.
Yeah, so my thing is, I'm not going to let social media stress me out. I did that before, and it was very detrimental to my mental health. Trying to post every day and push my products when they were first released back in February. That was really stressful. So now my community, they've probably noticed that I've taken a step back with posting, especially last month. I just kind of took some time, just refocus, center myself, and like Dr. Angela just said, let my creative juices flow. And another challenge is Reels. I know I need to get back with doing Reels because that's, where the algorithm is. But you will not catch me dancing on any Reels. That's not my thing.
Can I just
yeah,
scenery, use scenery and post words. That's what I do. Changed everything. I blew up on TikTok and I hate TikTok.
Oh, wow.
So if you pardon me, you guys, but yeah, if you just something pretty in your area that's scenic, post text. It's changed my Instagram, it's changed TikTok, and I don't have to wig up. So yeah, just put your thoughts in there. The algorithms like scenery, and if people, comment, it keeps just to try it.
And I learned that from a webinar. And again, we all being content creators, we have to kind of be aware of what TikTok is doing or whatever platform you're using. So I learned that in a free webinar, I might add, about Reels and scenery. So take advantage of the free webinars that are out there to help you.
Thank you.
I will help you, Jara. My thoughts on what's hard is I am kind of the opposite. I enjoy being dumb on the internet. Dumb things. And so I am the person that posts like 10, 20 times a day. It's terrible. Social media consumes my life, but in a good way. I think the hardest thing for me though is because I mean, we all get the comments of like, your page is so focused on being child free, which sometimes I step back and I'm like, actually, yeah, you're right. Like it's the only thing I've said today is about, somebody sending me a hate comment or a screenshot from like a ridiculous post on like a mom page. And I'm like, I need to I need to post other things. And so for me, it's kind of hard to just branch out. And so I've recently found that by sharing my interests, things I don't like, I mean, the other day I put a poll on like, what kind of pizza do you guys like? Just very, very off the wall things, but things that everyone can relate to, and not just 100% of the things that I post being about not wanting to have kids.
Ham and pineapple. Extra cheese. Don't kick me off this live stream. Abby, go ahead.
To me, I run two other businesses, Mombasa Shelf and the Grace Gap. Woohoo, little plug there. So I don't really, the Childfree Kenyan is like my third baby, my newest baby. I don't put a lot of time or energy or effort into it, simply because I feel like I want it to grow very organically. So I only do when the spirit moves me, when I feel like now I want to post. Like there are days when I'll go there and I'll like post things the whole day, and then you will not see me for another week. So it's only when I feel like I have authentic content that I want to share, or I've really like seen like some really amazing video that I want to repost or whatever. Having said that, I feel like, especially in Kenya, I feel like the time is very ripe for the child-free community, because there's so many people that are child-free, but one did not know that they were child-free, or they were too afraid to come out. So I feel like the page is really growing quickly because because people are waiting for this, and now it is here. So it's kind of just doing its own job by itself.
Yeah. So I think we have a question incoming. Here we go. All right.
These make me nervous because I know
we don't know what it is either. So all right, the anticipation. All right, here we go. Do you find that companies shy away from sponsorships? I've had dog brands reach out, and I know that isn't the goal of child-free social media, but I'm curious about that.
Good question.
I mean, raise your hand to take it first at this point.
I'll speak on it. I've had a few partnered things. One was yes for a dog, for a dog fur cleaning thing.
Dogs love us.
Right, exactly. I would know. But I will say, as a like small or micro content creator, it is, and this is kind of like a little side tangent, but if you're wanting to get in the social media realm, child-free space, whatever, reaching out to other brands and being like, hey, I love this product. I reach out to nail brands. I'm obsessed with nails. Ticino is a tea that I drink regularly. They sent me an entire box of like 100 tea bags because I was like, I'm obsessed. Like, give me the chance and I will post about it. I don't have 1 million followers, but I have a small following who maybe like to drink tea too, So I will say reaching out to brands definitely helps. I'm not sure that any brand has been like, we don't want to work with you because you don't want to have kids, but I don't know. Maybe they're talking behind my back and I just don't know.
I appreciate Marcella sharing that, just because I think a lot of times we may assume as content creators that you have to have like 1 million and 2.2 followers, and I don't think that's true. I'm not at the point where I've had anyone reach out to me just yet, but I appreciate Marcella sharing that I too can probably reach out to other people. So I will take that to heart. But I think it's great when people can utilize the spaces such as the child-free space to promote their brand. So I'm looking forward to that opportunity.
Yeah. On a different note of sponsorships, but the algorithm and advertisers, please, anyone in charge of the algorithms, stop showing us diaper commercials when I'm trying to consume child-free content, which I'm sure will show up on this video on YouTube. Stop the diaper commercials. Stop. You're wasting money here for the advertisers, wasting our time. But whatever.
Maybe adult diaper commercials.
Hey, that's our market. So anyway,
50 years for the next, 50 years from now, the convention will be sponsored by one of those companies.
So this is a redundant statement, but if anyone has anything they want to plug or promote, this will be the time to do it. How can people get a hold of you after the convention? We'll start with Isabel.
Yeah, so you can reach me at The Uprising Spark all across social media. But like I said, I'm mostly focusing on Instagram, and I do try to answer all of my DMs. I organize trips for child-free people in real life because I wanted to move from the virtual space to the real space, and we've had 2 already. We went to Punta Cana in February, and I just got back from Lisbon. And there's the next trip coming up in October. LeNora is coming this time around, so stay
That rarely
tuned.
happens.
Yeah, we are announcing this week. I'm announcing it, so if you're not part of my mailing list, make sure you get in there to get all the details first.
You're announcing it right now.
Well, yeah, actually, and you know what? This is going to be the first. So the past 2 trips were child-free women only. This is going to be the first one that is child-free women, child-free men, child-free non-binary folks. So everyone's invited.
Cool. All right, Dr. Angela Harris.
Well, again, it's been a pleasure to meet everyone on this platform today. So everyone can find me. I'm most active on Instagram. I do have a website, TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, but Instagram, No Bibs, Burps, Bottles. And one thing that we are gearing up for is our final speaker. Jara was our first speaker for our summer speaker series. And we will have our final panel on August 18th, where we will have 3 to 4 African-American Black child-free men that I will be interviewing. So I'm excited about that.
All right.
So please join us on August 18th.
Awesome. Jara, let us know.
All right. Thank you all so much for watching. Of course, you can find me on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube at Unfertilized Eggs. But I do want to talk about my website, unfertilizedeggs.com also. So with tomorrow being, I think, National Child Free Day?
International.
Yeah.
On my website, I'm offering a 15% discount on everything. Actually, I started the discount code today. So today and tomorrow, you can get 15% off everything. Just enter the code CHILDFREE. And I chose 15% because when I was 15 years old, I knew I didn't want children, and I haven't changed my mind since then.
All right.
Love
Marcella, how can people find you?
I am at Childfree Millennial on YouTube and on Instagram.
All right. And Ebby, let's wrap it up here.
Yes. You can find me on YouTube and on Instagram at the Childfree Kenyan. So it's pretty easy to remember. It's just the Childfree Kenyan.
Awesome. Well, thank you everyone for coming today and sharing your insight and encouraging the next generation of child-free content creators out there to step up and let's do this.
Thank you everyone so much.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.